Schenectady. So
The hell?
Yeah.
Schenectady?
Schenectady, New York. It's a Texas thing, man.
Oh, do the intro, man.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right, what's up, musicians and sneakers fans, man? We hope you enjoyed the first season, inaugural season, man, of Musicians and Sneakers. We're excited to have you here with us. We're excited to have my boy, Matt, at 19 Productions here, man. You hardly ever get to see him. He's behind cameras. This is going to be our season finale. We didn't get to do the traditional season finale. We had a season finale lined up. We had an artist lined up, and it didn't work out. We'll talk about it a little bit. We can't mention some things legally, but we'll give y'all a little bit of the scoop. Just gonna review, man, some of the episodes we had during the season. Let us know which one was your favorite, man. I don't have a favorite one. I have favorite moments. Everybody was my favorite. But Matt, what you got, man? How do you feel about it?
I feel real good about it. I guess we had already filmed kind of a recap, but then we got to refilm it now.
Right.
Because of what happened. But I still feel very good about the show because I think the show has good bones. You know, when you approached me with this back, was it 19?
20. When was COVID? 20?
20.
So 19,
it was
right
19
before
because we were trying to get started right before COVID. And I like the idea. We had figured it out, talked about it. You know, I like just how open we are about bringing in or creating a community.
Right.
You know, where being open about the financial aspect of it. You know, whatever money we make is shared equally with everyone involved, whether that's the artist or the venue. Because I feel like a lot of people talk about, I'm creating community and this and all that, and then
they take 80%.
and leave you with 20 and shit like that. So I like that we're putting our money where our mouth is.
Yeah.
And because you're a musician,
right?
You know, you work in that world, and you talk about how, you know, musicians are ripped off. Yeah,
we more than ripped off, man. We pretty much exploited. And if you're a musician, you know that, man. You know about the gigs you do at the club for $100, $75 sometimes, man. And then the dude at the door makes $2,000 that night. One of the reasons we created this show was not to do that with our artists. Like he said earlier, we wanted to split evenly. So I make what the artist makes, he makes what the artist makes. It won't be $150, and then we just use your likeness all around the world, man. So we just want to be fair with musicians. We hope that you guys enjoyed it, man. I really want to know what everybody's favorite episode is. I kind of want to fast forward, but we're not talking to you face to face. Put it in on Instagram. When we upload the content, put it in the comments on the content. We really want to know what your favorite episode was, or whatever, or your favorite part. Well, I guess one of the things, and I said earlier, I don't have a favorite episode. I always have favorite parts. And one of the parts that sticks out to me, and don't let me forget to talk about the season finale issue, but was Shoes McGee. So if you watched the first episode, Shoes McGee, one of the dopest rappers in Dallas, man, he talked about how his mom didn't have money to afford sneakers, because we talked about sneakers in the end, and he talked about how she went into a Foot Locker, if I'm not mistaken, and he had the old light up shoes on, and she asked him to try on the Jordans, and then she put the old light up shoes back in the Jordan box, and they walked out. And I thought that was dope because it showed the picture of a black mother struggling, but also telling her kids he's gonna still, you know, look good when he go to school. I know it's illegal, and my mom probably would have did the same thing, and I probably would have did the same thing. It is what it is, so we ain't snitching on her. But I mean, I think that was one of my favorite parts because Shoes is very vulnerable. What about yourself?
Yeah, I really liked Shoes McGee episode was really fun because, and I'm not saying that the other episodes weren't fun as well, but like, you know, that was the first one we did. Like we did a practice episode with Doug,
right.
where we filmed it, Doug Cardoza, in his garage, and you know, that was interesting, and I kind of like that you made me do that because I didn't want to do that.
Yeah. We needed practice, bro, because we didn't know.
I know, because
we didn't know nothing about this.
Yeah, like I know how to like do the film and all that, but like it's not just me, it's you as well, and that was a new thing for you to experience.
Completely new, because I didn't have any interviewing skills at all. You know what I mean? I'm an introvert, man. I don't really like talking to people like that, and this is gonna make me more out there because people want to talk to us. But I didn't have any interviewing skills. You can kind of see the transition from the first episode to the last episode, and it got better. And we were kind of in each other's ears about, hey, let's do this more, let's do this better. But I have grown as an interviewer, you know what I mean? So now I'm like, I was talking to you earlier about, now I want a TV show, like a talk show. So I guess I'm going, I done taken it to a new level because I want to keep talking, but.
Yeah, so you made me do that episode that we just practiced, right? So so that was good for me to kind of see how you work.
Right.
You know, and how you get comfortable and what you like and don't like and all that. So when we got to turn around and film Shoes and then have a little impromptu, I won't say a concert, but you know, he performed. Yeah. That was just real, and Marcus was there. Like it was a good jumping off point in my head. I was like, we could have something, you know, and the way it came together. And then it was a struggle, obviously, after COVID to get everything together. I don't know which one we did next, but it had been a minute.
It was Lone Star.
Lone Star. Yeah. At Center.
Yeah.
And
shout out to Center.
Yeah. And then I can't remember after that. Was it?
We were at I think it was Agent Stresso.
The Stress. Yeah. Man, damn, you remember that?
Right next door.
It was at
right next door. Sneaker Policy.
No. Sneaker Haven. Sneaker Haven.
The young kid with the Corvette.
Yeah. Owen.
Owen, yeah. Shout out Owen.
Then was it
next?
Mav?
It was Mav.
Mav Tracks.
At where did we do Mav? At NAMS. And then Tatiana. Was Tatiana before?
No. That was Los Angeles. We went to
Los Angeles. We shot Leah Kirsch and somebody else who we can't name right now for legal purposes. And we'll talk about that in a minute. So we shot Leah in LA.
Yeah.
We came back and we shot
Tatiana
and
Dana
Harper. Yeah. So all of them was my favorite, man. I have moments. I think one of my favorite parts about any artist is vulnerability. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we got to hear stuff that they never told somebody on another platform, but they told it to us. You know what I mean? And Dana sang for us, Tatiana sang for us, Shoes rap for us. But just hearing those people talk personable, when you see an artist, you see a Jill Scott or anybody that's out there in Hollywood, Grammy-winning artist, you don't get to see them at home. You don't get to see the personal side of them. And I think all of the artists revealed some of the personal side of them. I even had a vulnerable moment in there when Dana asked me a question.
Yeah. I remember when we filmed at Center, and T kind of had a moment talking about his life, in I guess in Dallas, and working in I don't retail doesn't sound like, it seems too simple. Like,
you got to be there to see what they do there. They had a whole production, man.
Yeah, in the world of retail just seems too simple. Like, they're selling shoes. They've created a community at Center.
Right.
And I don't know. I just love that we're a part of that.
Yeah.
And Heather Binion, T, all of them over there.
Yeah.
For welcoming us into that space.
I like the Jordan 1s though. I went plain. Yeah, we in my neighborhood, so I just wear my little slides today. They probably dirty. That's okay. I got some new shoes that I want to show everybody for season 2, man. I really been stocking up, and y'all gonna be surprised. I got something that's some nasty stuff, like some stuff I had to beg my wife to get. So
you get the red boots?
No, but I got some boots. They could be yellow.
You get the Astro Boy boots?
Nah, man. So that was a fad that I don't think I want to be a part of. I say that every time a weird shoe come out because I'm an artist,
I wanted them.
But now that I see them, I'm like,
I wanted them.
I can't get them now because I put it on Facebook. Like, you crazy if you wear these. And now I'm like, I like them. So,
they was just funny and weird looking to me. I was like, shit, I'll wear them.
yeah, that's how I am. I wear weird stuff.
Because I kind of don't give a fuck. Like,
yeah.
It seemed fun. The older I get, the more I like channeling what I do into like purposeful things and fun.
Right.
And caring less and less and less about what people think about what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's me. That's me since day one, man. But so we got through all the episodes, right? Season finale. So man, imagine this. We talking about somebody on the Grammy Award.
Well, hold on, wait. Before we get into that,
yeah,
because that's gonna be, I think, the very end.
You want to talk about the end?
Before we get there, I thought, well, let's do this.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do this. Let's go through each episode real quick and talk about what we liked from each episode. Like we start off like talk about shoes.
Right.
Like so. Like I'll go first. Like tell me something something that stuck out to you about that episode. So like
it was more than just that one moment with his mom. The biggest thing that stuck out is I know Shoes personally, and he's vulnerable. He talked, about the lights being off and taking care of his kids, man, and not having lights on sometimes. That stuff most people don't talk about as an artist. You don't see that. You see the lights and glamour. So his vulnerability was probably my favorite in that. And then the fact that, so at the beginning of Musicians and Sneakers, you always have this painting of what the show is going to look like. And part of what the painting was, and we didn't get to do so far, but we'll probably do next season, is to have an artist perform on a different segment, but then still put it in the show. Well, we didn't know. We told Shoes that idea, and I don't know if it's on camera. He was like, man, I'll do it live right now. And we're like, what? And then Jamarcus was sitting, Jamarcus Bridges, shout out Jamarcus. Just saw him at South by Southwest playing with Black Odyssey, man. My little brother's doing something. But Jamarcus, awesome producer, was on the keyboard and he was making beats, man. And then he made a little beat, Shoes rap to it. And that was kind of our live performance, man. And that was our first live performance ever.
Yeah, that's what I wanted. That was my favorite part of the Shoes episode, was the live performance on the spot. Like,
freestyle, complete freestyle.
Yeah, that was my favorite part of that episode.
Yeah. And I remember the shoes he had, we couldn't figure out who the artist was.
Yeah.
The young lady who sold those shoes, or gave him those shoes, but those shoes, those Cortez, Nike Cortez, I remember that. Those were dope. What's another thing?
I mean, no, just one thing.
Okay.
Okay, so after that, you said we did Lone Star.
Lone Star.
So Lone Star. I think my favorite thing with that episode was the spontaneous conversation that just kind of busted out with everybody at the store at that time.
Yeah.
We just started having like just a moment where we was talking about sneaker culture,
life,
black culture, hip hop. I can't remember what we talked about.
We talked about everything.
But everybody just kind of jumped in. We just kind of had this conversation. And Lone Star obviously doing like huge things.
Yeah.
Just super humble and real down to earth.
Yeah.
And I talk to him all the time now. And
Mine was the same thing, but it was his humility, man. You gotta understand, if you don't know yet, if you've seen the episode, this dude is produced for Eminem, man. Eminem, so
Royce
the 5'9", so imagine
on the Creed 3.
Creed 3.
He's on the Creed 3
and he was
soundtrack.
talking, it was kind of hinting to that in the past, and he couldn't really talk about it, but somebody that lives in Dallas, from Dallas, young, that you'll see every day and probably wouldn't even know, man, for him to be producing with people like that and then to do our show, I thought that was amazing.
Yeah, that was
amazing.
Cool.
And then he was the guy that didn't have a problem with talking. And the interview was real easy. I've been in some interviews where it's hard to get people to talk, but I can say something to him and he'll start going.
Yeah.
And I didn't have to stop and try to come up with new content, but that was a good episode.
Then Mav?
No.
No, Stressa. Adrian. Yeah, Stressa.
Yeah, so Adrian,
I feel like, for me, because I don't know him, I don't know him like you know. It looked like y'all had like history.
Yeah.
Like Adrian.
So, and that's why I was happy to do this episode.
Yeah.
Because Adrian is a hard worker, man. So if you don't know, I've toured with Adrian Stresso. We've opened up for Cali Uchis, Miguel, Tory Lanez. Who else was in Mexico? We had a gig in New Mexico. But just major gigs, man, with this kid. And he's young as crap, man, but his work ethic was crazy. We talked about it in an episode. We would rehearse at my house, and he'd be drenched in sweat because he's jumping around.
Yeah.
Like he's on stage, and he's practicing what he preaches behind closed doors. So that was the thing. When I first thought about musicians and sneakers, he was the first artist. And Shoes
I
was the
remember
second
that. I remember you talking about Adrian.
that I thought about. And took us a while. Did we get content? Because I know Adrian took a while to send in content.
Not really. I had to go snatch some things off his IG.
Okay. If we don't have enough content, hey, go check out Adrian Stresso, man. Dope artist, man. But yeah, that interview was easy because it's like my little brother.
Yeah.
And we work together professionally and as friends. So
I liked his vulnerability.
yeah.
It seemed like everybody on the show got super vulnerable for some reason,
I think
but
it's me, man. People talk to me.
He talked about, because the question I had for him was, how does he feel being he's Hispanic, right?
Yeah.
You know, coming into black culture, hip hop. How did he feel about that? And he just straight up answered that. I don't remember exactly what he said, but I felt like that was a real question, and a question that some people might shy away from.
Right.
But he just went into it. I don't want to. I mean, at this point, you already seen it.
Yeah.
But he just was like, I'm gonna just be me and make music, and I'm not. I think he was just like, I'm not really thinking about it.
Yeah, and that's exactly who he is. He's a genuine dude, man.
Yeah.
And he's just trying to go out there and make good music.
Okay, so Mav, I've been waiting to say this. So the episode with Mav, I felt like what I loved about that episode was I an outsider, got all this history.
Okay.
About
Dallas music scene.
Music scene.
Yeah.
Like, y'all in the trenches, y'all been going, in and through it and all that. And so I felt like I got a history lesson.
You did. In Mav's defense, he's got way more history than I got. You know what I mean? I'm just a pawn in the game. Mav is a legend. Mav is in the game, man, and y'all got to. It's amazing because everybody here is not from Dallas, Texas. You're watching this across the world, and you get to revisit or visit for the first time Dallas music and Dallas music scene, and you just saw a little bit of it. There's a lot of people I want to interview who I call the ghosts of Dallas music, who started this neo soul thing. We didn't get to interview, so we'll probably do that season 2 or season 3. But yeah, you got a little bit of history. We talked about a lot of Dallas, Texas, his love for Dallas, Texas, my love for Dallas, Texas, always. Born and raised. So yeah, that was a great episode, great history.
Now, you know what I didn't know? That I found out about 4 weeks ago. Just let me work through this, okay? Because as I start talking, you're gonna figure it out. So I'm working with Jasmia on what I believe is a documentary. We're still having that discussion. So we went to Booker T. And we were filming at Booker T. Okay. And she was teaching a few classes. There was this kid in there on the drums.
Yeah.
All right, hold, chill.
Yeah.
So the kid was on the drums, and he was nice.
Yeah.
Right? I just thought that, and then I had moved on.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
I think we filmed there 2 days, saw the kid, didn't know his name, he's on the drums, he's doing his thing. Then I leave there, and I'm continuing to work, doing my 19 production thing. I see the kid at gigs. I'm starting to see him around the city. I'm seeing him at Dana's stuff. I'm seeing him at the AT&T Center performing with in the AT&T district with Rodney Hawkins opening. We did the Mount. I see him at Maddie's show. I see him all over the place. And they're like, "Oh, that's AD."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool."
So
right,
AD,
wait, hold on. I'm like, "Okay, cool, AD."
Right.
But
you don't know.
But wait. So I'm editing the Mav Tracks episode. Okay, I'm putting it together.
Right.
Okay, because I'm putting them this and all that. And I listened to him because I like when we filmed it was before I went to Booker T.
Right.
Way before. So when he said the sun, I didn't think anything of it.
Right.
And so when I'm editing the episode, he keeps referencing the sun, and I got curious.
Yeah.
So I pull up his Instagram.
Yeah.
And I see AD.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't know that was his dad.
Yeah. So if y'all don't know, if y'all haven't put together, AD is Mav's son, who's already created his own legacy in Dallas, and he's probably, I'm gonna get his age wrong, I think he's 15 or 16, and is already a monster, man. AD, shout out, man. I love what you're doing, man. And as one of the uncles in the Dallas game, man, I hope that you prosper and you live your dreams, man. But look AD up, man. This dude he put his Instagram on. So
I think
as if he needed any
more.
more followers, but no, a talented kid, man. I watched him come to shows with Mav when he was younger, and just watch this little kid sit around all these drummers and all these Grammy-winning and nominated musicians, man. So he's gonna be one of the GOATs. He's gonna be one of the GOATs. So I'll definitely shout my little man out.
After Mav, it was Los Angeles.
Los Angeles, yeah.
Okay, so we'll obviously get to the first.
Yeah.
But Leah Kirsch.
We had 2 people we were filming, and then at the end we'll talk about the second filming. But Leah Kirsch.
But Leah Kirsch, so like
I met her through you.
She's mad cool because I think I saw some of her artwork. That's what it was. I saw her artwork on IG, and I bought a piece of art from her.
Right.
And then she put out like she has she has her own clothing brand, so she has put out some clothes. I like some search, so I kept buying shit from her.
Yeah.
But like the way she interacts with people is real unique, I think, because like it's just her. Like, I mean, she's got staff and shit, but like Leah talks to you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like she's like, oh, what do you need? You know, like it's almost like you're in the store with her when you're buying things from her online. And so I kept buying shit from her. I think I got 2 art pieces from her.
Okay.
She did one custom piece for me. Well, they're all custom. They're all one-of-ones. Right. But like the second piece I got from her, I'll show it. I'll put it up.
Okay.
It was more intentional. I gave her a budget and said, here, just make whatever you want.
Right.
You know, you kind of know me a little bit now, so I'm like, make something that you're proud of and all that, and it'll probably be dope, and it was.
Right.
So like I was like just conversing with her.
Right.
And so I was like, oh damn, I wonder if she would do the show, right? And so she obviously said yes. But she's also got a connection to Dallas because I don't know if it was before or after she worked with me on a few things. She was working with another museum or group here, you know, and then it's Los Angeles, but it's a Dallas connection. So I like that she again was vulnerable and talked about childhood and some struggle with like Adderall and shit. Like she really talked.
Right.
And I think it'll be really nice because she's so personable when you talk to her at the store and online. So I think this will be a real treat for people because I think she is unique. I think she is special. And I've met a lot of people in my time here, and there are only there's a very small amount of people that they're just different, you know, and she's one of them.
And I think my first favorite thing was just what you talked about, the vulnerability of her, what she was talking about when she was a kid. My second thing that I never forgot was how she talked about her mom and give her standards on dressing, or she didn't tell her, well, wear this, wear this. She let her wear what she wanted to wear and let her create her own art. Even as a kid, she would let her write on the walls. She would let her, you know, who knew this would make her this much money, writing on walls. She let her be free, and it's something, you know, my kids are grown. It's something I wish I'd have done a little more because it was cool. My mom was the same way. My mom, I bought my clothes, and she said, go to school the way you want to look. You're an artist, be who you want to be. That was powerful to me because enough parents don't do it nowadays. We direct our kids on This is what you need to do. You need to sit inside this box. And asking the artist to be in the box is impossible. So that was my favorite moment, second favorite moment of Leah's show.
Yeah. Then Dana or Tatiana?
Dana, because you remember Tatiana came after that.
So
we said it backwards in the beginning. So it was Dana Harper and then
yeah, and we did those both at Daisha Board Gallery, which is on and popping. And Daisha is a good friend of mine now, and also a business associate. And I like working with Daisha. Yeah. She's opened up a second location downtown now. That's part of the Jewel.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think
doing that thing, man.
I think she'll be in that location for 12 months, in addition to her location in the 10 district, and then she'll be doing something after that, or while it's happening. I'm not sure. So Daisha was kind enough to let us use her gallery for 2 interviews, and I knew Dana. I met Dana at Daisha's gallery.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's how I met Dana Harper. And obviously Dana's cool and down to earth. And my favorite thing about Dana in that episode was probably that she brought her sister with her.
Right.
And they had, some banter back and forth. And again, that's one of those like unexpected things that happens that you can't really plan, and like the thing that happened in that center.
Yeah.
And so I like that. I like listening to them two kind of bounce off each other a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, you asked us some questions about what it was like, and I may get this wrong, being a little sister or a big sister. I don't know if you directed.
I think that was you, right?
Did I ask her that? Maybe I asked her. It was a long time ago, y'all. I done grew some hair since then.
I know, which is funny, because when you watch the episodes,
yeah, you see my hair.
You see your hair, which kind of give you an idea how long it took to make
because the
this
problem
one season.
The problem is, in the beginning, we talked about this. In the beginning, we had the idea. I got sick, gravely sick in the hospital. Then you got sick.
Yeah.
And then, we coming back.
I was in a psychiatric hospital. I got
psychiatric hospital.
Mental health issues.
And which is the episode we need to do. Right after that, we said, we're going to get together. We're going to do this thing and knock it out. COVID.
Yeah.
And then COVID happened, and COVID got bad. Then I almost died again. I was on a ventilator because of COVID. So it's not, filming is hard in itself, and it's not something that happens. We film one day and it comes out the next day. We wanted to get it out faster, but Mother Nature killed us, or tried to kill us. A lot of stuff was happening. Man. We were both mentally messed up, trying to get our heads straight.
Getting people on the same page, scheduling wise, is not.
Yeah, so we wanted, in the middle of the show, we kind of wanted like a Dave Chappelle on the end where we have an artist perform. Well, since we were so far behind in trying to get artists together, if you're a musician, you know how it is to get 7, 8 artists or musicians together in one studio. That took too much time. So what we'll probably do is just release artists, just maybe just singles on the show, and maybe just drop Dana performing or something like that. We're still thinking through it, but that's what we wanted to do. Second season, we'll probably catch up on the stuff that we want to do. We take suggestions.
But that gap was cool because we got to build some more relationships at that time, like Daisha.
Yeah.
I hope that happened. We didn't have that.
Yeah.
Before.
That's true. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I've been knowing Dana for a while. My favorite part of Dana's episode was Dana was like talking to us, talking to an artist that's high and mighty, because the girl can sing, man. She's like one of the greatest singers to me in the world. Prove me wrong, listen to her. But it was like talking to a little sister, so it wasn't even like a hard conversation. None of the conversations have been hard, but this was pretty easy because it was like talking to a sister.
Yeah.
And she had some vulnerable moments in there too. And like I said, if you don't know, Dana is the daughter of Derek Harper, a famed Dallas Maverick, man, and she don't even act like it. She act like a regular person, man. So shout out Dana, that was my favorite part. And then we had Tatiana.
Yeah.
Tatiana is like my real sister. I've known Tatiana for a while. I've played on her last album, and tremendously talented. Oh my Lord, tremendously talented. She is running the jazz community in Fort Worth and in Dallas. Her bubbly personality, because I know her, just her bubbly personality was funny. Her talking about her shoes was funny. We were talking about that was funny. Talking about her childhood was funny. Tatiana's just, her energy is the word. Energy was crazy, man, and that was complete fun. I think at times being an interviewer, a new interviewer, you get nervous because you don't know what to say. You don't know what's next. You don't know how to lead somebody into a conversation. She was easy to talk to, and I didn't even think about that stuff. Mm-hmm. It's like no cameras were around, and we were just sitting there talking. So yeah, that was mine.
What I like about Tatiana's episode, I'm probably a good judge for this. I like her voice.
Yeah.
Not just her singing voice. I like her voice.
Yeah, me too.
Like her voice is, it's. I don't know.
It's singing jazz to your ears.
It's comforting. it's kind.
Yeah.
It's cute. You know, like I like to hear her just talk.
Yeah.
That's what I liked about Tatiana.
Yeah, that's my girl, man, and I said that about Dana. Tatiana, one of the most amazing voices on the planet, hands down. Once again, if you don't believe me, go listen to the album. That album should have won a Grammy. But the next one will, Tatiana, and I want to be on it because I need a Grammy award.
So let me say this. So obviously now that we're getting to the guests that we weren't able to talk about, but I think we should talk about it. Let me know what you think. I think we should just follow my lead here if this is all right. Follow my lead.
I'm scared because we almost got sued, so we're gonna see what this lead is like.
The reason we created the show was to, again, create a community where we could come together and share our information, our knowledge, our stories, our finances, an actual community, and we're putting our money where our mouth is.
Right.
And anything outside of that, I didn't want to be a part of the show.
Right.
So any kind of energy that wasn't about that, I was done with.
Yeah, because we had somebody, we canceled somebody else when we went to LA.
Right.
Yeah.
And so anything that's not about those things, which are kind of our pillars, I didn't want that kind of energy around our show.
Yeah.
And you tell me what you think. Like I hate gatekeeping.
Yeah.
And I felt like that was kind of a gatekeeping moment that we experienced, and people, not just like anybody. I've met a lot of people in my career, and you see a lot of gatekeeping, and you see people talk about opening doors, but when it comes down to it, they don't.
Yeah.
And I don't know why they say they'll open doors and do things. I don't know if it sounds good or makes them feel good, but I always wanted to be a person who did whatever I said I was going to do.
Right.
And nobody, I don't want to say nobody opened doors for me. I put myself in situations, and I've learned to put myself in situations where I can help grow whatever it is I'm trying to do. And then, people kind of pick up on your energy, and then doors kind of start opening, So I always wanted to be a person that didn't gatekeep, especially someone who, because you can't let everybody, as fucked up as it may sound, like you can't let everybody in,
Right.
because you don't know everybody's motivations,
Right.
and everybody ain't there to, do right by you.
Right.
So I do understand, keeping a
Right.
circle and people you can trust. That all makes sense. I have no problem with that. But there are ways, I think, to help people who are really trying to expand and grow and scale and
Right.
come up, or whatever words you want to use. and that to me just, I guess I'm just like, that's a gatekeeping moment, and that I didn't like that, and I just want to make sure that I don't do that to people, because a lot of people don't practice what they preach. So I want to make sure that, again, we're not doing that to others, giving artists opportunities. You know, let's say this becomes something, you know, I would have no problem interviewing Nas and then interviewing Mike from around the corner.
And which is gonna happen.
You know what I mean? Like if Mike is doing his thing, or Tasha, you know what I mean? Like whoever the person is, let's go. You know what I mean? Yeah, no, I get it, and my anxiety is gone because you did a great job on it. I thought you was gonna go in because I was at one point. So what happened was, and I'm not gonna go into it. I got you. I'm not gonna go too much in detail because the person it happened to was a real good friend of mine. So, and one of the things we said about when we started this show, we didn't want to interview people and find out their dirt and do controversy. We just wanted to know the person. So we're not into bashing anybody. I love this person. He's a brother to me, and I mean it, and I love you, bro. I'm sorry it didn't work out. But it didn't work out. We got lawyers kind of hit us up and got involved, and we're talking about Hollywood lawyers, man. This was probably our most notable interview, man. We're talking about legendary Grammys, everything. Like, if I say this name, it's like, whoa. There's not a person on the planet who doesn't know who this person is. But our art didn't come together the way it's supposed to come together, and both sides didn't agree. Lawyers got involved, and I'm gonna tell you right now, we don't have money to fight Hollywood lawyers. Even if we in the right, they're just gonna keep us in court and they're gonna break us. And it is what it is. It's a learning experience. No hard feelings, man. I love my brother, but it just couldn't work out, and it was gonna be a giant finale, y'all. Now maybe in the future, if he say we can use the footage, we will. On record, we won't use the footage. We won't illegally just put somebody out there. Like I said, we're not there for dirt and drama. We're not here for dirt and drama. But I really wish that one would have worked out. We'd have went global on that one. But I don't.
But I do. But let me say this though. With all my friends who were a part of the show, they're no less important than this artist was. And y'all did the show, and we're gonna go global with y'all, man, and we're gonna show out. We're gonna put some money in your pocket, and we're gonna try our best to just ride this thing till the wheel falls off and make it grow.
Yeah. So moving on to the future, I have an artist I'm working with.
Okay. You back to doing that, man?
You know what's funny? I think I might be.
So I'm not gonna tell y'all about the first artist I met when I met him. We're gonna say that for another funny story.
Oh shit! I forgot about dude.
I did call him the hip hop Dalmatians, but go ahead.
Oh! Oh, fuck you. That's mean.
No, the first dude.
I thought we were supposed to be about community, man.
The production was great.
All right, man.
The dudes, you know, I'm your friend, man. I'm supposed to tell you that. Your style was great. But I
had to let the dudes go, man.
I remember y'all filmed on that
on the tour bus.
Tour bus.
I had to let them dudes go, man. Yeah.
But they no longer here. New artists. Not hip hop Dalmatians.
I had to let them go, man. Which was unfortunate because I really believed in them.
Yeah.
I really did. But yeah, so I thought I got in the way because I started off in music production back in the late '90s, early 2000s, and moved to video production. And so it's through this show that I'm kind of rediscovering, you know, because that was my first love, like, was music and music production.
You're good at it.
That was the first thing that got me into like a creative space, an outlet. So, but I got away from that and got into this, and I love this just as much. So through this show and working with you and being around all these artists, you know, I don't know how that skill or that talent doesn't get, you know, tickled
Yeah.
It was like, oh shit, you know.
Yeah.
And then being in the video production world and producing stuff and films, like you run into people, man. So I ran into this super talented young lady at Booker T, and it's no secret. Her name is Amaya Love.
Okay, I heard of her.
Amaya
Heard of Amaya
Love.
I think she'd be in Deep Ellum.
She may have been.
Yeah.
Amaya Love. That's her actual last name, Love.
Wow.
Talented guitar player, talented musician, awesome voice. I can't wait to introduce the world to Amaya.
Yeah.
So, and I want to have her on the show. You know.
That's cool. So I thought about that because we always like-minded, right? But we don't always tell each other what we think. But we always say. So when you talked about what's coming up for the new season, I want to desperately get new artists on.
Yeah.
So I got a lot of young dudes that I know that I've practically raised, man, who gig in Deep Ellum or gigging in Dallas.
Yeah.
And
like if this could be a place where people could discover music. How awesome! That would be dope, right?
So we can get our big artists, but
Yeah.
I want to bring some of the people that people don't know about. It's talent out there that people don't know about, and I got two artists right now. I got Jay Live. I think I'm gonna let him do the show. Jalen, man, you called me the other day. I got you, bro. I got you. We're gonna let you do the show, man, and just get more new artists in. And then another part of the show is I want to do what we were gonna do season 1. At the end of the episode, you get to see the artist perform. Right in the middle of the episode, you get to see the artist perform. Y'all, that was a lot of work. If you work in this industry, it's a lot of work. When you have a job, I got a job, and it was a lot of work. Luckily, I probably won't be working soon, and you guys are taking me off my job so I can live my life like this guy right here. But no, I want to get back to doing that. That was the original format. We just didn't have the time. We had so much stuff in between, and that's what I want to do. I love how you say that she made you go back to your love, or this made you go back to your love, because I'm the same way. I don't know if you knew, I did photography back in the day. Not just that, Leah did that for me.
Yeah.
I was one of the best drawers in my school and painters.
Yeah,
and
she
that when I got home from LA, I wanted to start back painting. I think I'm gonna start back doing it.
It's funny. She's shifted more to art than clothes.
Yeah, because she making all that painting that she had, and she was like, "This is."
But like, I love her clothes too. It's just funny. Like, she don't make clothes. I don't want to say she's. I'm like, dudes are her. I don't think we're not her main avatar, client or customer.
Yeah.
But I buy a lot of that shit. Cause
I got one of the Yeezy sweaters. You know, she painted on the back.
Yeah.
Dope on the back. So I'm keeping that for just like I told Leah, man, I believe in her and what she do. I believe in every artist who was on this show.
Yeah.
And there's always gonna be appreciation for you. Anytime you got new music and you want to come back to the show, all you guys are welcome to come back. Like I say, no drama. We ain't talking about stuff we shouldn't talk about. We just want to know who you are and let the world meet you. Outside of that, anything new for the next season for you?
Okay, I have an idea. I'm gonna really put you on the spot.
Okay. Challenge. I'll take it.
What would you think about? Because I like talking to you. I like doing this, and I think we have obviously different points of view about things, and so like we get ideas and things spark and things grow. What would you think about me and you both interviewing guests?
I'm fine with that.
You know what I mean?
I'm
and
fine with it.
Playing off each other.
I'm fine with it. We already do it now, kinda.
Yeah, but
you
know.
I'm fine with it.
Because I be wanting to ask questions. I be wanting to get in.
That's the problem, dude. When we first talked about the show, we talked about how it was raw. And somebody can be talking over here, and I don't care.
Yeah.
This is my first attempt at it. This is your first attempt at it. I don't care. It's gonna be what it is. It's organic, and yeah, man, talk. I don't care. A lot of times in the episodes when I was talking, you had questions, you talked, man, and I sat back. I don't have to be in the front, man. You can go ahead and do your thing. You got good questions too.
Well, yeah. I mean, it wasn't even about being really like I was just
curious.
I just want to know shit.
Yeah, no problem.
You know,
I'm down with it. Yeah, it don't bother me. That leaves me room to to not make up questions when, you know, you got people that you interview and you ask them what was childhood like. It was bad. Well, how do you follow them? You know, well, such and such. But then you got people you say, what was childhood like? Well, when I was 1 year old with Leah went through the whole thing. I didn't have to say a word. You know what I mean? But those people who don't really respond, I need you on that. You know what I mean?
Because different personalities, and we can kind of like we can all like work through it.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. I said it before, I want to take suggestions, man. So when this gets out, y'all let us know what we can do better. And peace, man. Shout out to everybody in the Musicians and Sneakers family, man. Maybe we'll start doing some vlogs, man, and keeping up with it. Once again, just give us suggestions. Tell us what you want to see, who you want to see. If you know an artist, if you have a family member who's a dope artist, man, we'll come to you. Let us know. Hit us up in the inbox. All right. See you later.